Yes, so I was the letter writer. I was the letter writer. Stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Source of Food and you're in memory lane. Alright, this is the channel where we talk about childhood memories. At least I talk about my childhood memories. But I want you to chime in. I want you to add your 2 cents to it. So in the comment section below, don't forget to leave your comments. Alright. Okay, so I was born in the 60s, early 60s Jamaica. And I grew up in a rural community in Jamaica. Manchester, Jamaica to be exact. And if you have seen another of my video where I talk about me sleeping with old women, you will get this, at least somewhat. So back in the 60s, it was not uncommon for people who were born in the 40s, especially the 40s, to migrate to places like England, Canada, the United States. Those were the 3 main countries that you would have a lot of people move to. So you'd have a lot of mothers and dads leaving the community in search of a better life, moving to those countries, right? And because of that, there were a lot of grandmothers raising children in the community, right? A lot of grandmothers. Now, the issue was that for whatever reason, a lot of those grandmothers could not read or write very well. We're talking about early 60s here. They could not read or write. Many of them were illiterate, to be frank. Many of them were illiterate. Now, as a kid growing up in the 60s and 70s, my grandmother did her best to send me to school. She always said to me, boy, you better put your head to your book, right? She she would say that to me, But overall, she would always encourage me to do my best in school, and I did my best. I wasn't the brightest student by any means in primary school, but I did my best, and from time to time, especially when I touched my early teens, you'd hear the comment, people, people in the little village would say, hey, that boy, the head good, he head good. Essentially what they're saying is that, I'm doing well in school. I'm getting smarter in school, right? So, like I said, you had a lot of grandmothers raising children. For whatever reason, some of those grandmothers saw me as being reliable. They saw me as being intelligent, even though I never had the confidence or the self-esteem to kind of feel that, that way about myself. But, it's as if many of them saw something in me that I never saw. They think I was smart and all of that. So, because many of them couldn't write well or couldn't read well, they have their sons and daughters living abroad in England, United States, Canada, or wherever, who are corresponding with them back in Jamaica. And, back in those days, everything was done by, the good old-fashioned writing letters, pen and paper, right? No texting, no typewriter thing, good old pen and paper, snail mail as it's called nowadays. Yeah, so they corresponded by mail, and because they couldn't read or write very well, in my little village, they would ask me to respond to some of these mail that they receive from their sons and daughters living in England or wherever, United States, Canada, right? So at one point, in my little village, I was known as the letter writer man. all these old people around the place, including my grandmother. I'm writing letters. Yes, so when the letters come from England, when the letters come from the United States, when the letters come from Canada, I'm the one who they call to write back, to do the response. But the saddest part about all of this, though, my family, my immediate family, my poor grandma who raised me, we were one of the only family living in that little area there who never had anybody abroad. We never had anyone abroad. We hardly had anyone writing to us. My mom, when she was away, because she also left home too, but except that she was still in Jamaica, she would write now and then if she's not able to visit. And my late aunt, who was living in another part of Jamaica at one point, she would also, write occasionally. But for the most part, we never had anybody abroad. So when all my neighbors were getting mail from abroad, and they would be getting it was a big deal when you had someone abroad, and they're able to send a letter, and they're able to send some US dollars in the letter, or some English pound, or some Canadian dollars, or whatever. Man, that helped them so well. But like I said, my family, we never had anyone abroad. Not that some of these families who knew my parents did not, send something financially for them, for us or for my grandma, now and then. But overall, we never, that was the sad part about it. Writing all these letters and saying thank you for the money, and I'm thinking about my grandmother at home who don't have a red cent. But overall, it was something that I enjoyed doing. I really liked the fact that they saw me as someone who they could rely on to to write these letters for them, someone who they had the trust in. Someone who they saw as a little bit more intelligent than the other kids around the place, So I really enjoyed it. It allowed me to develop my penmanship, my writing skills. So overall, I did enjoy it. I never had any regrets. But like I said, it was just sad. I'm writing all these letters for people. Who are living abroad and were able to help to, those people living abroad were able to financially sustain their relatives back home. And my grandma, she never had no one. We never had nobody. But nevertheless, those were some good childhood memories, writing letters for people. Yeah. Really nice, really good childhood memories. What were some of your memories? Was it something that you did in your community? Was it something that you recall doing as a kid? Did you have the luxury of getting to know people's business because they relied on you to do their correspondence for them back then when we did snail mail? Tell me about it. Yeah, I love to hear about it. All right. So if you like what I talk about on this channel, don't forget to subscribe. Hit the thumbs up if you like this video specifically. You know, we just reminisce and talking about, you know, the good old days, childhood memories. Yeah, and if you love the channel overall, like I said, don't forget to subscribe, okay? My name is Source of Food, and until we meet again, take care of yourself, all right? Bye.